What is going on, guys? It is Blink here, back with a new guide. Now, in this guide, I'll be explaining a few tips and tricks that'll help you improve your Fortnite game sense. Now, before we do get started, I appreciate everyone that uses code Blink.YT, as it does help me out a lot. Alrighty guys, let's get started. So, if you ever run into players that non-stop edit away every time you take their wall and you just can't get the finisher on them, then here's a great way of catching them by surprise. What you'll want to do is take their wall and pay close attention to the side they're currently on. If they're on your right side, then they're most likely going to edit out to the right. If they're on your left, then they're most likely going to edit out to the left. Now, if they're jumping around both sides, or it's just hard to tell, then the most likely way they'll edit out is to your left, which is their right side. The reason for this is because anything you do in Fortnite, you do it to the right because it's more comfortable to the average player. Alright, so what you want to do is grab your opponent's wall, and the moment you've grabbed the wall, you'll want to place a cone and a front wall to the side your opponent's closer on. As your opponent builds his 1x1, you can edit the front wall to finish your opponent off. Now, this is such a good strat to learn because as your opponent edits out, he builds his own 1x1, and as he's doing that, he does not expect you to have the front wall because everything is happening so fast. It's really hard for your opponent to notice that you've built the front wall because he's so focused on building his box. Now, this trick will take some time to get used to because speed is key, so don't worry if you mess up a lot. It won't take you too long to get good at pre-building the cone and the wall quickly, so add this to your creative routine and you'll learn it in no time. Now, I quickly want to add on to this pre-building strategy with another common editing pattern that you can spot. So, if your opponent does not have a ramp in his box and he builds one, then this will usually apply. If you're trying to take your opponent's wall and he places a ramp in his box, then the most common building exit is to edit out from the top. The moment you see your opponent's built the ramp, be cautious of this. You'll also hear his above floor edit before he edits through the pyramid. As you hear the above floor edit, place a wall in front of his cone and you'll block him from building. You'll then want to edit your wall and go for the pump shot. The wall placement is a great way of limiting places your opponent can build, giving you the edge on him. So just keep in mind of that ramp placement and the above floor edit. Well guys, that's it for this guide. It's a very short one, but it's super useful if you can master the pre-builds. Get good with this and you won't get annoyed with your opponent building a new box every time you take his wall. If this guide did help you out, then a like and a sub and a comment would be greatly appreciated, as it does help me out a lot. Anyways guys, thank you for watching and hope you have a great rest of your day and night, and I'll see you on the next one.